You. Well, new information tonight on a motion that the Diocese of Buffalo has filed to get a preliminary injunction related to paying off their debts to survivors of sexual abuse. If a judge grants that injunction, it would mean survivors cannot file any lawsuits against their parishes or other Catholic entities for the time being. 2 on Your Side's Danielle Church is here to explain. Danielle?
Mary Ellis, according to that filing, the Buffalo Diocese is offering $100 million to survivors, but there is no settlement yet.
That information was revealed in a motion the diocese filed this week for a preliminary injunction to further delay any of the hundreds of survivors from suing their parishes or Catholic entities.
You can't sue the diocese because they're in bankruptcy, but you can sue the other entities. So the diocese would like all of the entities treated as if they were in bankruptcy, but these other entities are not in bankruptcy.
After the Diocese of Buffalo filed for bankruptcy in 2020, survivors agreed to put a temporary stay in place to delay any lawsuits against the diocese's non-bankrupt entities. But the agreement expired on September 30th and has a grace period until November 15th. The diocese, survivors, and their lawyers have been trying to negotiate for so long that now attorney Steve Boyd, who represents some of them, says they're not willing to wait any longer.
The survivors would like their cases to go to a jury and get their day in court.
Part of the reason Boyd says 875 survivors would like to have their cases in court is because they don't believe the $100 million is enough. He cited the diocese in Syracuse, who has half the amount of survivors and where a settlement ended in $100 million for them.
Those folks are getting to not only get something and then move in their cases against the insurance companies. In Buffalo, we haven't hit stage 1, where that's a deal with the diocese.
The Diocese of Buffalo didn't want to speak on camera. However, officials there say they believe delaying positively impacts survivors. They say if things aren't stalled and lawsuits are filed, it's likely the first few would receive the bulk of the money and there wouldn't be much left for remaining survivors. According to the diocese, just to hit $100 million, they would likely need to sell the Catholic Center building on Main Street, the former Christ the King Seminary campus in East Aurora, and other non-essential real estate. The diocese believes half the funding would need to come from its non-bankrupt entities.
And the diocese is trying to extend the stay until April 2024. A hearing is set to discuss the preliminary injunction on November 28th. On Your Side, Danielle Church, Channel 2 News.